Hello, lovely ladies. My name is Sloan. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome back to Life After Living Single Mom. Here, I share the real stories, the struggles, and the strength it takes to rebuild life after leaving abuse. Today, I want to take you into one of the most important decisions I ever made after leaving my abusive marriage: where to live. Sounds simple, right? But oh my goodness, it was anything but simple. At first, my brain went straight to convenience. If I stayed close to where we used to live, life would be easier, right? The kids wouldn't have to change schools. I could keep my same job with the same short commute and same transport costs. I could stay in the same church. The kids wouldn't lose their activities. Their extracurricular activities. On paper, it all sounded neat. And for a tired single mom, already drowning in stress, neat sounded wonderful. But then, reality tapped me on the shoulder and whispered, convenience doesn't always equal freedom. The more I thought about it, the more I realized staying close wasn't an option. Number one, my ex was unpredictable, and I knew if I stayed nearby, he'd find ways to reach me. For me to fully break free, I needed distance. Another reason, community pressure. We've lived in that community for years. If I stayed, I'd constantly bump into people who only knew us as a couple. And you know how people can be. Gossip, questions, whispers. I was already exhausted and traumatized. The last thing I needed was to also play the role of public relations officer for my broken marriage. The other reason was influence. I knew some well-meaning family and friends would try to talk me back into the marriage. I didn't want to hear, "Give him another chance," when my whole body was screaming, "Run for your life." The next reason was what I call smear campaign. You see, my ex had already started telling lies about me. I didn't know who believed him, who didn't, or what stories were going around. Honestly, I didn't want to find out. I was tired. I was drained, and peace was more important than defending myself. Lastly, I considered and thought about the impact on my kids. Staying nearby would make it harder for them too. Their school friends knew their dad, and questions would start. "Where's your dad? Why doesn't he come around anymore?" Familiar places will become constant reminders of what we had lost. So, despite all the inconvenience, I chose to move far away. Was it scary? Absolutely. Moving is stressful in the best of circumstances. Add trauma, kids, and tight finances, and you've got a recipe for a nervous breakdown. I had to find a new school for my kids and deal with their sadness about leaving their friends. I had to search for a house in a quiet, safe area, budget for movers, uniforms, books, and furniture, plan longer commutes back to the city for work, since my job didn't exist in small towns. But still, something inside me said, "Go!" Now, here's the funny part. I didn't have a magical vision or a detailed plan. I literally opened Google and typed in something like quiet towns near the city where I used to live. I was looking for peace, for greens, nature, tranquility. a place with good schools, good ratings, and discipline. A place where my kids could grow up without the fast-paced chaos of the big city. And somehow, I found it, one little town that seemed perfect. I enrolled my kids in a beautiful school with a safe environment, then found a peaceful home close by near church, hospital, and activity centers. Everything we needed was within reach. And for the first time in years, I felt like we had a chance at normal life. Looking back now, moving far away gave me gifts I didn't even know I needed. Safety and protection. Distance kept my abuser away and gave me breathing space. A fresh start. New routines, new surroundings, no constant reminders of the past. That did me real good. Emotional healing. Quiet streets and peaceful days gave my mind room to rest. Privacy and boundaries. No more unwanted questions or family pressure. Better opportunities. Safer schools, calmer environment, positive influences for my kids. And lastly, a new identity. People in my new town knew me simply as Sloan, the mom, not the wife of so and so. That alone rebuilt my confidence. Truly, it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Now, I know not every woman has the option to pack up and move to a new town. If that's you, please know this. You can still protect yourself and heal, even in the same city. My advice: prioritize your safety. Change locks, secure your home, and consider address protection schemes. 2. Create emotional distance. Redecorate, change routines, and make your home feel new. 3. Minimize contact points. Avoid your abuser's usual spots and set boundaries for custody exchanges. Have your abuser probably meet up in a public area to collect the kids. Strengthen support. Lean on trusted friends, local groups, and women organizations. Focus on healing. Make your home a sanctuary. Light candles, journal, or play uplifting music. Plan for the future. Even if you can't move now, small savings and long-term planning can keep the hope alive. To anyone listening who feels stuck, you're not powerless. Distance, whether physical or emotional, can create space for healing. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this resonates with you, please share it with someone who might need encouragement. And remember, there is life after living, and you're stronger than you think. Don't forget to subscribe for more single mom stories, advice, and encouragement. It's bye for now. See you next time.